So tonight we will hear from Patta Lorwatcharasophon, founder and CEO of Sea Crab House. When faced with adversity, some people give up and some people persevere. Patta, despite the obstacles that came her way during the COVID pandemic, was determined to take control of her future and pursue her dreams. Her new memoir, Patta's Empire, details an inspiring story of a mompreneur who not only managed a successful business while raising a family of 4 children, but thrived through difficult times. Join us as we explore Patta's journey from stay-at-home mom to an aspiring businesswoman who proved that anything could be achieved when you put your mind to it. Patta, join me on stage, please.
All right, so as much as I prepare, so I probably forget everything. So my name is Patta. I'm the owner and CEO of the Sea Crab House, and I'm going to be your guide tonight to the remarkable experience of Sea Crab House. And as much as I could say, the secret sauce behind the sea is SEA, Southeast Asians. So, so basically it's me, my story, my passions, and everything that we put together for a remarkable experience. Before I forgot everything, I want to thank Edgo for tonight for an opportunity for Sea Crab House to be here to tell everybody about the story and give us an opportunity to be in front of so many audience. Okay, so I grew from 5 employees, business owner before COVID to as of today, we have about 130 employees. We're about to open Boise location in the next 3 weeks. I came to this country when I was 19. And the first day that I stepped into this country, my brother took me to the dish pitch at his restaurant as a dishwasher. So that's when my journey gets started. I worked in a small town, Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, from a dishwasher to a buster, from a buster to server and bartender and everything. So back then, I was just like a little kid that I like to learn. So many times I would offer myself to work for free. So I can be in like, oh, I want to be a bartender, let's get me there, you know. So my whole route just showed up, you know. It doesn't matter how much you get paid or not. But those experiences gave me to who I am today. There was a day that I met one of respect uncle, successful person, and he basically like, hey, if you want to be great, get yourself to New York, surround yourself with those people. And then I remember like a week later, I end up walking in New York City looking for a job. And I really surviving in New York. I worked from one small restaurant to a very huge warehouse restaurant that they do $20,000 to $50,000 a day. I remember the first day that I had to train, I almost walked out from the job. It's like from like 5, I think like 4 o'clock, and people keep coming, and it's on the weekend night, and last seated is like 1 o'clock, and they seat people until 12:59. So I almost walked out from job, but I appreciate that I didn't give up. So I would say New York gave me the greatest experience. I always believed that I was born for something, so I can't serve forever. So I always want to become a business owner. I always want to become a legend. And, and by saying that, I never want to be a restaurant owner. I would tell people that if you want to be a restaurant, if you hate somebody, tell them to go open a restaurant. That's how complicated they are. So I'm trying to do so many things. I'm trying to do e-commerce through eBay, Amazon, buying a product from here to sell them in Thailand. I have done Amway. I have done so many things, and things happen for a reason. Every time when I'm trying to step out from a restaurant industry, something would always happen, and I have to get back to the industry. So my restaurant industry starting from meeting my husband Kim, and his family was like, they own a Thai dessert shop in downtown Los Angeles, Hollywood, Thai town. And what happened that it's just like they have a very, very great recipe, mango sticky rice. And I'm so passionate about food. So I was like, let's take sticky rice to the world, like, so I was like, how we can make Thai dessert become very successful and people know. So I start from farmer market, night market, and stuff in California. And there was like one night, a friend of mine called and was like, come to Portland. They don't have Thai dessert store in here. So I was like packing my kids and we'll drive to Portland right away. And we did find an opportunity. We had tried to go to a couple market. So I met a friend of mine that she has a food cart named Tie Me Up. And then she basically doesn't want to do it anymore, so she handed that to me. So I took over her food cart. I started Thai food journey. Opened one restaurant to another restaurant to another restaurant. Story short. If you want to learn more. So story short is, I always want to scale my business. And from Thai food, everybody open a restaurant, they know how to do a good food. But how can you able to scale the restaurants? And for me, the simple, the better. So I'm looking for what concept or what we could do to make it simple, remarkable, and repeatable. And from Tie Me Up to Lincoln City to Seaside, I got an opportunity to open another store. And that's when I started with the Sea Crab House concept. Because I know how complicated Thai food, and then when you open so many locations, it's hard to control the quality. So I was like, let's try a different concept. So I opened the Sea Crab House. The first year, we couldn't open until the whole world started to open. So we opened Sea Crab House in end of May 2020. And we end up with the whole year of probably like 8 months on 2020 with the $1.2 million in the revenue. Whew. Which, I have done Thai food for like in the past 2-3 years, and I will never hit that revenues. So I was like, I think I found my niche. I found the secrets, So after that, then, okay, let's test out the concept. Because of COVID have turned a lot of people away. So there was another incredible location in Astoria on the Pier 12, and used to be the restaurant there for 25 years. And they went out because of the COVID. I took that opportunity. So they left every single thing. You walk in with table and chair and glassware that's still setting up. I pay for lease. It only cost me under $30,000 to get my door open. By saying that, as soon as we open, we make the return of investment within like month and a half. And we end up 2021 with 2 locations at about $2.7 million in revenue. And by the end of 2021, I have 2 Tie Me Up and 2 Sea Crab House. Then I start to combine apple to orange. That will never work. Then it starts to like, okay, where I want to go. I want to take over the world. So by saying that, like I think it's take me to where I was like, I have to be good at one thing and take it and keep continuing to make it better and better and better. So beginning of 2022, I decided to get rid of Tie Me Up. I sold one location. I give another location to my husband family member. And then I end up just concentrating to Sea Crab House. May of last year, I lost my mom. So when I lost my mom, I was like, what else could happen with me? I'm just like, okay, let's take a vacation. So my vacation was in Bend. And I was like, I fall in love with this community, this town. I was like, we need a location here. We can't just move here without locations. So I've been looking for a location. So we're now getting a location on Century Drive. Ooh. So by saying that, we opened the third location in Bend in end of July of 2022. We end up 2022 with $3.8 million with 3 locations. By the end of 2022, throughout the whole year of 2022, my whole goal is like how we can make a system that we able to measure the success. So we get all the system now that we're able to see day-to-day financials, we're able to see the operation, the food costs, the labor costs, and we end up with, $3.8 million with 10 to 18% per location, which is great. And my next question is, how can we be better? Ben was a great town. I always tell people that this is the best town to go with my family. I have 4 little kids from 3 to 7. And I told people that if I lost them in Ben for some reasons, people would return them. So we're not going anywhere. We're gonna stick in this town. So we are kind of looking into the other locations. We run between 3,000 to 6,000 square feet. And in Ben location was like 1,700 square feet. So we're looking to can we get a bigger space? If my goal is to take over the world, we need to. So I'm looking into moving Ben to a bigger location, and we can do a commissary kitchens. So we can cut one body out from other location, do all the production in one locations, and then send the product out to our vendor. We did some math. We're probably gonna save about $400,000 with 3 locations right now. So 2023, 2023 is advancing. I met a group of realtors with its movetobend.com. Movetobend.com, where are they? Thank you. So they're able to get us to connect with a lot of people. We able to open the 4th locations in Beaverton in February of this year. We opened Seattle, downtown Seattle Pioneer Square in March 2023. And then in the next 3 weeks, we're gonna be open Bellevue, July 8th. We're opening Bellevue, Washington, August 11th. So we have all of this thing laid out. So probably all of you would ask, how do I do this? I would say, because of the journey, give me no options. I start with no money. So when I don't have money, I figure out how can I do this with minimum monies. So we get very successful by looking for second-gen locations. Anything that we could take over the lease. They already have the restaurant before that put $500,000 decor in there. We walk in, we do a tiny bit of cosmetic, put equipment under $100,000 to get the door open. We do pretty good of 3-month return of investments. So that's why we can always move to the next project, to the next project, to the next projects. The reason the Z Clubhouse is here today, first we want you to know that we are here in the community. I want you to get to know me. And we are always looking. We are always looking for help. I can't do this alone. I can't be here by myself. And I can't come this far without this group of people that's called team that believe in your visions, believe in where I'm going. It's been a big challenge. Every day is struggle. And then always one thing after the other. And they're always here for me because they know that I'm gonna make it work. They know that we're gonna figure out. And we did figure out. We are committed to 25 locations by the end of next year. By saying that, can I do it alone? Maybe yes. But I could do it faster with a great team, a great partner, a great maybe investor, or whatever resources out there. I could do, I always tell people like my biggest strengths is to know my weaknesses. And I always looking for those people out there that would fulfill my weaknesses so we can be a dream team and take over the world. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I like how you said you're probably wondering how I did this because I started with no money and then I just did it because I wanted to. And I'm like, I also started with no money, Patta, and I'm just not sure.
I can raise money through my books.
You can buy books. You're quite impressive. Quite impressive. And so I'm so glad that you opened the restaurant here. How's it going? Any challenges, surprises?
I mean, everything's going pretty well. Surprisingly, Bend is a big seasonal town. Even though they have like large population, they're still big seasonal. So we still learn the curve. We still learn the community. The biggest challenge that we have is the price range because we sell seafood by pound. So everybody, like a lot of people would get shocked with, a bill just because you get the whole meal with nothing but seafood. So, but then, I mean, generally, Sea Crab House is you can walk in with like $25 to $30 per person to $300 per person, or more, So depend on your budget.
It depends on how hard you're partying. Yeah,
I
get that.
I mean, I'm a person that would go to the restaurant and order everything on the menu.
I bet you do. Yeah, because you want to take over the world, and that's how you do that. That makes sense. Any questions from Patta from the audience? Yes. With your rapid growth, what is your service training and development platform like?
Well, thank you for the question. That's a great question. The magic of the Sea Crab House is we could train our server to be a sales with the great service. And if they know how to sell, if they know how to make the customer happy, the bill could be big. But then in back of house, compared to Thai food, when I do Thai food, it takes me 3 to 6 months to train one person to be able to cook food just to get it good enough. Sea Crab House, you can take anybody, walk into our kitchen, maximum a week of training, and you're good to go. On top of that, we're looking for technologies to support. Like there are spatial machines called combi oven, and it's probably like $30,000 to $50,000 piece of equipment that I'm gonna go test it out next week. But it's basically, we hope that we can get to the point that we can just press the button and the seafood would come out perfectly.
You're making me so hungry. Okay, any other questions? Yes. How do you get fresh seafood to Boise? Isn't that a question we ask a lot? Or Bend, for that matter, yeah.
People that know me would say that I'll get what I want. So there's a challenge, but we have a very great vendor that we talk with, and we always looking for all the options out there. I mean, as of today, I get a 99% confirmed that I would get live crab and live seafood to Boise. My fish tank would be delivered tomorrow. So if they doesn't able to make it work, then I would ship them out from my Portland vendor. So by saying that, whatever it takes.
Do you sleep?
I do.
Wow.
I need 8 hours sleep. Otherwise, I can't.
No, I'm like, what is your skincare regimen? How is this?
Well,
You some kind of magician.
I want to say that I can't come this far without, like majority of people that's sitting here supporting me.
Yeah.
Without the team that they believe, like I think dedications, I can't do so much. But then I have Christoph, which is like helping me with everything that I want. I have Josh and Nathaniel that helping me with like HR, getting to know people. I have Taylor that helped me with marketing. It's just, I can do so much, but then I think I have enough sleep. I'm able to have 8 hours sleep. I could spend good amount of time with my kids, and I sleep with them almost every night, and I still have a little time to go do yoga.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Well, you obviously are a lovely person to collaborate with, I'm sure. I feel like your people really believe in you, and for very good reasons. So this has been so exciting, and please get a hold of Patta's Empire, the book. The empire is hers. Okay, if she invites you to be a part of it, that's one thing, but thank you so much, Patta. This is wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, give it up for Patta.